Hi, welcome to EACA and Small Guru. This is Rajiv Lochan. This is in continuation with my earlier screencasts of how to develop an add-in using C# for Autodesk Inventor. Okay, in our previous screencast, we had developed this particular add-in named EACA Inventor Add-in 4, which just displayed a text box which said like assembly tree details would be shown here. Going further, we'll add a simple form. This is a dialog box. Okay, how do you do that? You right click on the project, go to add, and then Windows form, click on it. So it will ask you for a appropriate name. In our case, I have given the name as assembly tree command dialog. You can see out here assembly tree cmd.dlg.cs. You just fill it up, and you can add it. Since I've already added, I won't proceed further. Just automatically adds the above two dependent files. Okay, now we need to develop this form. So what all we need in this is basically we need a button. So you drag this and put it here, and then we need two labels. Okay, I'll go to common controls. There I have a label, so I drag this label and place it here, and I drag one more label and again I place it next to it. So we'll see what all we have in this. We go to the properties window and change the properties. We'll name this rename the text as submit, and another important thing we need to change is the name. So we will follow convention here. Since this is a CMD command button, we'll use as CMD and then the name text whatever it's there. So we'll name it as CMD submit, and then we have this is file name text. Okay, since we won't be changing this particular label, I have left it as default, and I have got one more label which is of this name, which is here. So basically I have removed the text, so it's not showing anything, and I have renamed it to LBL, that stands for label file name. Okay, now this is how the form has been built, and next thing we need to do is we'll go to button.cs. In our earlier tutorial we had kept this data member as private. We had declared it as private static inventor application. This is the variable we had declared. Private will apply only to this particular class, and as far as I understand, protected would apply even to its dependents, as in the subclasses. Since we have subclassed assembly tree button to button, you can see it from here. So this is the class definition we had given, so it implements button. So that's why we need to change this private to protected. This is one change we need to do in button.cs, and after that we'll go to assembly tree button.cs. This is the file. So we add this declaration. We will be calling a new instance of assembly tree cmd dlg. That is the dialog we just created, and we have got this as a variable, and we come down, and yeah, in the earlier tutorial we had just shown this particular message, which was just giving you a message box. In this we go a step forward, and we create and display the dialog. So basically whatever variable we had declared earlier at the top, we are assigning a new instance of assembly tree command dialog, and we are passing our inventor application instance, I mean object, to it. Okay, and we'll see if it is not null, then we ask it to activate, then it should be made as topmost. These are the optionals, and this is the main. which will show you the dialog box. Okay, this is the only change we need to make in this particular file, and we'll go to assembly tree cmd, this design file cmd dlg, and we double click on submit, so that will take us to the code view. So this is the code of our dialog box, command dialog, and it inherits from form. So basically it implements form, and we declare inventor application object. We do this almost all the time, and this change we need to make. By default there is no argument that is passed to this, and you can see that this is the name of this particular method. Assembly tree command dialog is same as the of the class. So this is the constructor in this context, and constructors are the methods that will be executed as initializing factor. So whenever you create a new instance of this particular class, the constructor of respective classes are executed, and we are passing inventor application object as application. This is default, and then we assign that passed object to our variable. Okay, and when I double click on it, so that uh, develops this particular template which says private void cmd submit underscore click, and these are some of the default arguments that are passed. And what I'm doing is I'll get the file name in this particular tutorial. So I have a string variable file name, and this is our inventor application object. When you click dot, so you'll get all the possible options of what you can choose. So I have chosen active document, that is a document that is opened in inventor, and the display name of that particular document. Okay, so after that I assign it to label file name dot text. So basically this is the label, and text is whatever is shown there. So it assigns the string that we have just got. So after doing this, you need to build your solution. If there are any errors, they will be thrown here, and you need to rectify them. And we need to restart inventor, and once it's restarted, I've already done it, so I'll just show you. We had got our assembly tree panel, command bar here. So if I click on that, I get my icon. I can also toggle this to say display text with icons, so there I also get the text shown. So when I click on it, I get a form, or you can say command dialog. It's got nothing out here, there is no file name. When I click on submit, so it gets the file name of the open document. This is the active document at this moment. I'll just double check. I'll go to analyze2.iam. that is the active document now. If I click on submit, so it goes to analyze2.iam. so this is again one step further, and in coming screencast probably I'll cover more. Thanks for watching.